This is Module 4, Lesson 5, finding multiple ways to find a fraction of a set. So the first one is, what is 3/5 of 35? And yesterday we learned how to draw 35 circles, and then we split them into 5 groups. This time, today, we're going to use a tape diagram. So we're going to take our tape diagram, here's our box, and this whole thing is worth 35. And then we know we want to split that whole thing into 5 pieces because of the denominator. So then I have to figure out, I take my 35 and I'm splitting it between 5 pieces, which will give me 7 in each piece. So I can write 7 in each piece. So there's my 7 in each piece. And now I want to find out about 3 of the pieces. So I want to find out about these pieces right here. So I add them together, 7 plus 7 plus 7, and my answer would be 21. Or I can take my number, if I didn't want to draw a picture, take my 7, I know there's 7 in each, and multiply it by my numerator, and that's how I get 21. So those are 2 ways to solve this besides the other pictures that we drew. So sometimes those methods don't work, and sometimes we can't draw a picture. So Rosie had 17 yards of fabric. She wants to use 1/3. So we're finding 1/3 of 17. And we had talked today in class that of means to multiply. So we're really trying to find 1/3 times 17. And when we spoke in class, we said our whole number, in order to keep the value of what it is, if we take it and put it over 1, because 17 divided by 1 is still 17, this would work. And then we just multiply straight across. So 1 times 17 is 17, and 3 times 1 is 3. I can't leave it as an improper fraction, so I have to change it to a mixed number, and I get 5 and 2/3. Sometimes, though, they ask us 2/3 of some number is 8. So I'm going to use my tape diagram for this, and I'm going to split us into thirds because my denominator tells me thirds. And I know that this part right here, 2 of the 3 parts, is worth 8. So if all of this is worth 8, and I split it in half, then I know that this is worth 4, and this is worth 4. And because in fractions we know that every part is the same and equal, this has to be worth 4. So now to figure out what my whole number is, I have to add up all the 4's inside, and I know that 2/3 now of 4, 8, 12, my answer would be 12. Next question is, we're going to do this without doing our division problems. So what we're going to do is we're going to stick to what we already knew how to do just before, and we're going to make this over 1. Same way. So 2 times 6 is 12, and 3 times 1 is 3. And 12/3 equals 4. Once again, we're going to make it over 1. 3 times 10 is 30, and 5 times 1 is 5, and that is equal to 6. Next, right here, over 1 again. Now our numbers are big. So do I want to do this over such a big number? Maybe I don't want to do it that way. Maybe I want to take my 24 divided by 6. That was this piece that we did before when we were drawing pictures, and that was 4. Take my answer here of 4 and multiply it times my numerator, which was 7, and that would give me 28. Sometimes we do have big numbers that we have to use because I cannot multiply or divide 27 and 6. I have to put this over 1. I have to stick with that. So I go down here and I do 27 times 7. And I get 189. And when I multiply across on the bottom, I get 6. Now I have to divide because these are big numbers. And this goes in 3 times. And there's 3 out of 6 left. So my answer here would be 31 and 3/6. And that is how I have different methods to find fractions of a set.